Alright, so look, when the Denver Nuggets walked into Crypto Arena, they stood on business and straight snatched the Lakers' chain, just showing them that they're still a major threat in the Western Conference. It was truly a full team effort from the Nuggets as they were making tough shots, finding each other on the floor, and certainly wasn't scared to challenge at the rim. Having players like Watson is extremely valuable because on this fast break, you can see he's able to get in front of Russell to force this pass away, but then with his high level of agility, Watson's able to turn, slide his feet quickly to go downhill around Holiday, and when LeBron thinks he has this easy lay over Murray, here comes Peyton Watson out of nowhere to send this back outside. This ability to pinpoint his targets and navigate to them on the floor is absurd, as on this play here, he slides over to take away this layup opportunity for Russell, and then right when you think he's running out to Rui, he shifts directions when he sees Prince pushing towards the middle of the floor, and mop! He sends this back going the other way. It's amazing to see a young guy contribute like this, and to make things even greater, he even challenges a 7-footer in Jackson Hayes at the rim and shows him that he's really not to be played with. Yeah, I know, ridiculous, right? The young guys for this Denver Nuggets team were making plays, as not only Watson came up big with some nice blocks, but Christian Brown got himself a pair of blocks as well to gain possession for the Nuggets going the other way. It's nice to see a team contributing on all levels and not just looking for their star player to make plays out there. Usually we can see Jokic doing the heavy lifting when it comes to setting up his teammates, but with this high pick and roll being set, Hayes has to stay with Murray due to him attacking aggressively downhill. So now since Prince stops in the middle of the paint to take away the lay inside for Murray, this makes LeBron have to pick between Peyton or MPJ, and as we all know, MPJ is a fireball who can light it up on any given night with his 39% three-point shooting, opposed to Peyton Watson who only shoots 33% from deep. So LeBron should have been closer to Michael Porter Jr. instead of playing in the middle, but now when the pass is made, the closeout is non-effective and MPJ knocks it down. That pick and roll is highly effective, especially when it's Jokic and Murray, because they garner a lot of attention, so when AD makes the fatal mistake of digging in to bother Murray, he's actually bothering the Lakers defense itself by opening up MPJ, and now his bombs away. Murray was setting up his guys in multiple ways, just carving LA's defense up, so when he splits through after the failed double team, since Najee rolled to the paint, this made LeBron shift over, and let me ask you this, what do you all see happening on the floor? If you guessed a backdoor cut from Watson, you would be correct, as once Murray gets free, he can lob it up for the alley-oop connection. It's truly beautiful to see a team work as a cohesive unit like this, and when you have multiple guys on the court who can feed each other in even the tightest spots, this is when you really become a problem. Watch this play here. With Jokic setting the screen, allowing Murray to run off going towards the left side, this is all intentional, because with MPJ on the three-point line on this side, it makes LeBron have to stay out on him, or if he decides to help, it could get swung out to Porter. So now since he stayed, there's no rim protection down low, Murray can get behind the defense and get the easy one inside. Now as much as the team ball movement is a staple in the Denver Nuggets game, we all know the head honcho is Nikola Jokic, and when the defense has to stick him, they literally have to watch out for everything. When he's operating at that nail area with Brown on the pick and roll, Jokic is able to diamond to Christian on the roll, and instead of LeBron staying out on the hot shooter in MPJ and letting Anthony Davis protect the rim, he digs in to try to get a steal, so once Brown is stopped inside, it's an easy kick out for the easy money triple. You truly have to be aware of everything that's going on and not try to cheat the play, or else you can end up like D'Angelo Russell all out of position, and now this backdoor cut is wide open for another 2 points in close. There's many ways this offense can be affected with Jokic leading, as when he gives up the ball early on this play and Watson runs through, this makes the 3 LA defenders all stick a man, but the thing is, you're leaving Jokic uncovered. So once the pass is made to him, he can catch, step around Prince, and with no resistance, can kiss this off the glass. That pushing of the pace gives the Nuggets the advantage as the defense can't get properly set up, and since Gordon is a high-level threat inside, it makes LA sink in to contain him, but these mistakes can't be continuous because they are constantly leaving open an elite shooter in Michael Porter Jr., who sinks yet another three-pointer. Throughout the course of this game, Porter was picking his spots wisely and making the most of his shots, and this led to him shooting 100% on the night, going 10 for 10 with 5 threes for 25 points. Not only was MPJ extra hot, but other guys were adding in their fair share of buckets, as Jamal was out there making defenders look clueless when he stops on a dime to pull up. He was tying together that handle to create separation from the defender for a clean look at the rim after the step back. And when he wanted to really showcase his high level of shot creation, that's when he drops off this mean spin-off fade going left over Rui. That confidence in his game helps the Nuggets so they don't always have to depend on Jokic all night, but trust me, if needed, Jokic is going to will this team to a W. When starting off the game, it was apparent that Jokic was going to be aggressive when it came to scoring, as his first bucket comes off this back down into the paint, and right as AD slides over, he opts into the short fade over the top. The very next play for Denver, they get Jokic cleared out on this low right block, but with him already bullying Rui, LeBron rotates over to gamble for a steal. Jokic feels him coming around, so he tucks it in tight to avoid this strip, and now it's an inside bucket. With 2 baskets on Rui early, they put LeBron on Jokic for a possession, but now with the attention all on stopping Jokic, Rui is just too deep in help position to be guarding MPJ, so Murray swings it out for yet another triple. It's crazy how easy Jokic makes it for others, but also for himself when he's scoring. With that fade already being effective for 2 of his buckets early on, when he sets up that action again, Rui is ready for it. But with Jokic being 2 steps ahead, he decides to spin off Rui instead, and with that height advantage and soft touch, it's this elegant floater over the top dropping through the net. That fade is something you really have to look out for, as Jokic can pull it out at any time to bank it off the glass over you, but not only that, you can't afford to sleep or play off Jokic, because as you can see, when Jokic curls around the screen, LeBron sits back in the paint, which allows Jokic to be wide open, so at this moment he has 2 options. He can use the floater over the defense, or he can go with the latter and lob it up to Gordon for the slam. With the perfect players around him that can benefit off his gravity, when Jokic attracts the attention of multiple defenders, this allows him to showcase that amazing passing and team chemistry that has been built. I understand why the defense will send these doubles, because you truly want to get it out of his hands or else he'll just dismantle you inside. And I mean, hey, when he wants to get in his bag a little bit, he can fake LeBron out with that ball fake to MPJ cutting baseline and float it up over the defense. This game was full of great plays from the Nuggets and aggression on their side, and when the buzzer went off, they found themselves in the driver's seat with the W. If you ask me honestly, this team is well polished and is most certainly the biggest threat in the Western Conference. I know some people won't believe the hype, and they're gonna say, well, if they're the biggest threat, why aren't they the first seed? And all this blah 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 blah. But when you really sit down, look at the team's experience and how well they mesh on the court, you can see the Denver Nuggets just have this it factor and can make a run to be back-to-back champions. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like before heading out. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.